Finally, Preston, are you optimistic that values of individual liberty, which have taken a battering in the last 2.5 years or so, and conservatism may become the dominant ideology in Canada moving forward?
Well, I think the rights and freedoms are under threat. The ones that are supposedly
Yeah.
guaranteed by the charter, but they existed long
Hmm.
before the
Hmm.
charter, and Canadians should be alarmed about that. If they're
Hmm.
not alarmed by it, if rights and freedoms can be limited in the way they have been in the COVID crisis, or for other reasons, then I think democracy itself is in trouble. One of the worrisome things about that survey that I mentioned to you, I mentioned
Yeah.
the four categories.
Hmm.
The harms, did you experience harms to your health, your harms social well-being, your economic well-being, or harms to your rights and freedoms? The one that was mentioned the least was the harms to rights and freedoms, which is,
Extraordinary.
in fact, only 11% said that was the one that worried them the most with respect to their personal and family life, and an even lower percentage said that was the one that was most worrisome on a national basis. And what that illustrates to you, and I've talked to
Yeah.
some of the lawyers on this,
Yeah.
they say people do not see the connection between
Yeah.
losing your rights and freedoms and it having an effect on your health, losing your rights and freedoms and having effect on your social well-being,
Yeah.
having losing your rights and freedoms and having an economic effect. The mandate
Yeah.
aspect of all of those caused those harms, but it got its legitimacy or illegitimacy from the attitude toward rights and freedoms. So I think what that illustrates is that a lot of work has to be done to stress the importance of conserving those rights and freedoms, particularly when they're under pressure through a crisis like the COVID-19.
Right, and you cannot discount the power of fear and paranoia, which was very much prevalent during the 2 years and continues to be so actually.
Yeah,
I
and
think
you wonder, like with
yeah,
November 11th coming along in Calgary,
yeah.
there's this field of crosses where they have a cross for every
Hmm.
soldier that died in the First and Second World War. And
Hmm.
it's a sobering thing. There's this huge
Hmm.
field along Memorial Drive there, just thousands and thousands and thousands of people that sacrificed their lives. And for what, They,
For our
they
freedoms.
attached to, yes, yes. And for us to ignore that or to be
Yeah.
cavalier about it or say, well, it's not relevant today, that I think that's a huge mistake.